Saturday wrapped up the statewide celebration of Historic Garden Week in Virginia. Front Royal celebrated its 64th annual display of the town's showcase homes. On display this year for the first time since 1976 was 200-year-old Bel Air and the home of Mr. and Mrs. Larry LaHue. WAZT spoke with Chamber of Commerce Executive Director Kitty Zuckerman at the Bel Air home.
The Visitor Center sold tickets to the event, and we're still selling them today, and they're going fast. And this morning we had a bus group come in from Frederick, Maryland, and that tour had been arranged with the Garden Club. And George Banks was there, and they were real tickled to meet the mayor. They were real excited that the mayor came down to meet them. And there were about 45 people on the bus. They will be going to all 4 homes today. They were also having lunch at the church. And luckily we had a beautiful day, so I'm sure they'll leave here with a great impression of Front Royal and Warren County.
We spoke with the pastor of Williams Chapel, where the Garden Club luncheon was being held.
We were asked if we could serve, and we were more than happy to do it. This is really the first time that we've served the Flower Club, and we think we're going to be doing this for quite some time. We're known for our Festival of Leaves dinner, but today is something special, so we're trying to do the best that we can with it. So far, everything's been successful. And
also on display, well-known local artist Patricia Windrow's home, the Eastham House. The house on Guard Hill, built before the Civil War, was attended by living historians.
Mosby and his group played a role in recapturing it back and actually capturing a Union captain who was in charge of this house. I believe Mosby captured him somewhere between here and the lodge, which is just, I guess it's north of this house in the woods.
WAZT caught up with the bus tour, the Sweet Time afternoon tea, and the chairman of the Garden Week, Mrs. Charles Lixon, at the Blanton House off of Old Browntown Road.
It has been my pleasure for several years to be the tour chairman. I have a wonderful committee that always works with me. It does change from year to year. In addition, we've had the help of a lot of husbands, not just in understanding and support, but actual hands-on. Sharon Maddox, whom I mentioned earlier, who had done all the wonderful write-ups on each home. Her husband, Arthur, was on shuttle duty with us today, but he has been our photographer for a number of years. The homes must first be photographed before they are actually drawn by the artists that give their services each year. My husband, Chips Lixon, has been great in his support and understanding all throughout this year, but this